My fellow compassionate capitalists, Steve and Katherine here, coming to you live from the Titan Impact Resort. Apparently, I'm looking at you a little cross-eyed, but we'll let that go. We got to get Katherine here in the picture. If we raise it just a little bit, you can kind of see what's going on in there in the background. Lots of exciting things that happened this week. We didn't make a video yesterday because it was April 1st, April Fools. And we're no fools. We know what we're doing, and Katherine's going to explain a little bit about what happened this week. I mean, last week we celebrated our $1 million week. Those are always worth celebrating. And then a couple of days ago, we had our first $1 million day. So Katherine will explain that. I'm going to give you a little history lesson. Today in 1513, Ponce de Leon. Kind of sounds French, even though it's Spanish. Anyways, he claimed Florida for the Spanish crown. Clearly, he was looking for the fountain of youth, of which I have found. However, whenever despite me finding the fountain of youth, when I do videos by myself, they don't get near the traction as when I've got this beauty with me. So, I'll tell you what, we love Florida. And we're grateful that Ponce de Leon, today in 1513, landed in St. Augustine and claimed it for Spain, of which then, of course, we bought for pennies on the dollar. And speaking of pennies on the dollar and why we're celebrating, take it away, Katherine.
So what's really exciting, what he's referring to, our first $1 million day, is just what we've been talking about, which is with all the moratoriums and everything happening and COVID and how it's impacted everything, that there's foreclosures happening. And there's still moratoriums on the government-backed loans, but there's not moratoriums on investor properties or non-government-backed loans. And so we were able to pick up several assets. The value is well over $1.2 million, and we got them for less than 45 cents on the dollar, which is really exciting. So we are working to get these wrapped up for our investors. So we've matched up our investors with these assets, and we are moving forward to be able to get these performing again and then turn around and get them back on the market, which of course helps the economy. It helps the banks that we bought it from. It helps everybody, our investors. So again, having a really great week. So our first $1 million day. Whoop whoop! Very exciting. So with that, I invite.
That high five got my. Now they're back to cross. Sorry.
I invite anybody who's interested in learning more and how they can participate in helping the economy move forward. We can show you how to do that, and we're more than happy to be the ones helping, educating, and working with compassionate capitalists just like us.
And just a quick little 30-second snippet in here. One of the things, a lot of times people, maybe they get they've heard some things about notes and put a bad taste in their mouth or whatever the deal is. But the bottom line is that a lot of times there's a lot of groups out there that they say the way to go about notes is to fund people who weren't able to get loans originally. And that's not what we're doing. What we do is that these people got loans, they're in their homes. However, again, due to COVID, job layoffs, the economy, whatever the situation might be, they're in a position to where we're no longer able to pay their mortgages, or we're told not to pay, whatever the deal is. Of course, we get them paying again. And we've repeated this scenario a lot, so we're not going to have to go through that again. However, one of the things that we do need to understand, again, this is all just part of the economic cycle, okay? Eventually, the flood waters will recede, and there'll just be a little trickle of non-performing notes, and we adjust accordingly. And so that's why it's important that people who want to become funding partners with this get in on it today. The floodgates are about to open, and there is a tremendous opportunity to make a lot of money, and by helping other people. And then, of course, you can take those profits and reinvest and helping more people. And that's the beauty of money and wealth. So I know that was a little bit longer than 30 seconds, but I just wanted to put that plug in that, hey, I'll let Katherine do the click on the links below and fill out the funding forms and stuff like that. So go ahead.
Well, he just did. So that's your call to action. We look forward to hearing from you and hearing what your goals are and how we can connect you inside of our very extensive Compassionate Capitalist Network.
And hooray for Florida and Ponce de Leon and our $1 Million Day coming out of Florida. I'm not quite sure if we mentioned that or not.
Yep.
But
yeah, since we're all in Florida.
With that, have a fantastic Easter, and may you never awake from the American dream.